For the women's pole vault, which will get underway in a few minutes' time. As I mentioned, 10th to vault in the rotation, although highly unlikely that she'll be coming in at the opening height, will be Ekaterina Stefanidi. But also starting proceedings in this event as well is another pole. That's Kamila Prishbila. She was 7th back in the World Youth Championships back in 2013. Yara Hadlichuk from Ukraine. She's very much a new face on the international scene. This is her international debut. Spain's Miren Bartolome. Just 19 years of age. She'll be eligible to go to the world European under-20 championships coming up next month in Grosseto in Italy. Sonia Malavisi from Italy. Well-known international competitor. Here we have Sally Peake from Great Britain. 2014 Commonwealth Games silver medalist. And the Dutch record holder, Femke Plume. Getting a big cheer from the sizable Dutch contingent here. Romana Malakova, one of the better pole vaulters in this competition. 30 years of age, she's improved to 461 outdoors this year already. And bringing up the rear, possibly one of the most titled athletes competing here in Lille over the course of this weekend, Ekaterini Stefanidi, 2016 European and Olympic champion.
Change.
So back to the pole vault now. The opening height of 3 meters 80 for Yana Hadlichuk from Ukraine. So say making her international debut. She is in fact the Ukraine indoor champion. Coming in at quite a modest height and no problems there for the 24-year-old Ukrainian. A little bit of a surprise to see her coming in this early. Some coaches take the view that it's best to actually just get a safe vault, and the conditions, well, with swirling wind, it's more likely to affect the pole vaulters than, let's say, the hammer throwers or the shot putters. Miren Bartolome, another of the vaulters with more modest credentials, also opting to come in at this height. Well, rode her luck a little bit there. I think she might want to adjust a little bit of run-up, or perhaps the stanchions, but she hit it quite hard, but it stayed up, and she gets one of those little O's which signify a successful jump. Probably expect to see Stefanidi in this sort of competition. Well, perhaps coming in at 440, maybe even higher, a little bit higher at 450. There you can see how she raffled it.
Good showing.
So back to the women's pole vault, still in the very early stages at the moment. The bar has moved up to 4 meters 20, and here we can see Sally Peake from Great Britain, Northern Ireland. Just to bring you up to date, we have received some contradictory information, and we'll try and confirm it, that the scoring will go from 12 to 2, but you are seeing on your screens that the scoring goes from 11 to 1. We'll try and confirm the scoring as we go on during the course of the afternoon. Apologies for any confusion there, but Sally Peake, no problems there for her, as she glides nicely over 4 meters 20 and carries on. The next height will be 4 meters 40. Meeting, and it was the American Willie Banks who got everybody clapping, and he was upset at the jeering from some of the crowd in Stockholm. But I've got a feeling you're going to catch me out later on in the program. Anyway, now back to the live action. Kamila Prishbila, second attempt at 4 meters 20 for the Polish pole vaulter. Nicely over there for Prishbilova. Was I right, by the way?
You were right indeed. It was actually some drunk fans that started cheering, and then the whole
fans, yes.
stadium joined in. And it really does help the athletes, I think.
Well, some athletes like it, some don't. I've seen quite a lot of high jumpers, for instance, actually asking the crowd to quieten down. I think it all just depends on the temperament of the particular athlete. I like it because it adds a lot of atmosphere, and particularly in a packed stadium, it's great fun.
Certainly.
Now, Femke Plume. Again, second attempt at 4 meters 20 for the Dutch record holder. And no problems for Plume. Well, silver medalist at the European Junior Championships back in 2013. She hasn't been vaulting that well this year. She's only gone over 4:26 in a Dutch meeting recently, but does have a best of 4:55. No problems there, though. So Ninon Gulin Ramarin. First attempt at 4:35 for the French athlete, and, well, she's actually improved enormously this year to 4 meters 60. Whoa, nice vault there. Well, she turned 22 a little bit earlier this year, so she'll be eligible to compete in the European Under-23 Championships coming up in Bydgoszcz next month. Very nice vault indeed there for the French athlete. Fourth in the World European Juniors back in 2013. So we saw a little bit of her earlier, Kamila Przybilla. We saw a very good second attempt at 4 meters 20. Now attempting for the first time 4 meters 35. This indeed would be a personal best for the Pole. Just 21 years of age. No. Yes. Never really got the height there. She was a bronze medalist at the European Junior Championships 2 years ago.
Don't speak women's pole vault. We go back to that.
Yes, Irina Shuk from Belarus. Well, we've seen one Belarus athlete win the women's hammer. Shuk's second attempt at 4 meters 35. Well, stayed up there, but didn't look terribly happy about it. Nevertheless, it's still a good vault for her. She has a best of 4:51 from last year, 4:40 this year. Probably better known under her maiden name of Jakalcevic. It's quite an experienced international competitor. Made the final of last year's European Championships. Now it's Sally Peak, third and final attempt at 4:35. This would equal her season's best, and she's done it. So delight there for Sally Peak. Currently lying in 5th place at the moment, but a couple of athletes haven't come in yet.
And I think she's showing here what the British team are trying to do, giving athletes who don't always get to compete internationally the chance to prove themselves in that national vest. And for her to get that season's best, clearly is delighted with that. And let's see whether she can get higher than that.
Pananka from Belarus, Hannah Klein, Germany, Anawi, Poland, and Pokrelska, Ukraine, and the 40-year-old Nuria Fernandez, former European champion at 1500 meters, completes the lineup
And they're in the women's pole vault, French athlete. Just doesn't quite get over that bar.
A little bit disappointing there for the French woman. So Gulin Romarin.
But it's only her first vault, so.
First failure at 4:45 for the Frenchwoman. Just a little bit ragged above the bar. Now Sally Peak, where we saw her clear a season's best of 4:35 just a few minutes ago, now attempting a personal best of 4:45. No, not the height.
There for the Frenchman.
From one Frenchman to a Frenchwoman, Ninon Gulin-Roman. Well clear at that height. Well, after a rather scrappy first attempt at 4:45 meters, she makes no mistake of 4:45. That very roughly translates as that's the way to do it. You can see here, much more committed effort. Really drives her pole into the box and manages to ride that pole, gets plenty of height there. Well, Irina Zhuk, second attempt herself at 4:45 meters. Well, clear, not perhaps quite as commanding as the clearance you saw there from Gulin Romarin, but nevertheless progresses to the next height. Tidy vault there rather than spectacular. So the bar will rise, died down quite a bit. So Sally Peak now attempting a personal best of 4:45. Nope. One more attempt at this height for Peak. That's a bit of a demolition act there, but they'll soon be able to sort that out.
And of course, we can see the 4 crosses on the left-hand side, which means the Brit will be out. But she's got a season's best, so she'll be pleased with that. Femke Pluim also got 3 fouls.
So clutch attempt here for the Dutch woman. That's her eliminated. Yes, just to reiterate, in the vertical jumps, each competitor only allowed 4 fouls. In this case, it doesn't really matter. It would go with the conventional rules, but as you saw there from the
8:37,
So, second attempt at 4:55 for Irina Zhuk from... Oh, and that's a personal best as well. Previous best of 4:51, so she's added 4 centimeters to her personal best. And a little jig there from the Belarus vaulter. Very, very nice work indeed.
and again, it's very important for those team points. We mentioned earlier the Belarusian hammer thrower doing well to take the main points, as the team itself might be one of those that has to watch out for relegation.
So Ninon Gulin-Romarin, third attempt at 4:55. So the situation is very clear. If she fails this, she's out of the competition and will have to settle for third place. Zhuk is over 4:55 at the moment. No, that's her, so well, she'll drop down to currently lying in second place. I did say third, but she's currently lying in second place. But Stefanidi, the Olympic champion, is still to come in. She's going to come in at 4:60. So almost all the other competitors will have been eliminated before Stefanidi comes in. Just on the back there, you could see I Jump Clean, which is part of European Athletics Anti-Doping Education. So Irina Zhuk, after one personal best of 4:55 meters, now attempting a second personal best in this competition. Very fast down the runway. Oh, and she's clear! Oh! Thought for a moment it was going to stay up. Well, Zhuk. Well, there's a bit of confusion there, actually. It looks as though they've given it to her. Well, they have given it to her, even though the bar fell. They obviously were able to see that she hadn't touched it. Let's look at this replay again. This is very interesting. Well, quite clearly a very fine clearance. Daylight between her and the bar. And when she lands, we just cut away very quickly there. The bed bounces onto the stanchion and takes the bar down. Now coming into the competition, first sight of Ekaterini Stefanidi, European and Olympic champion. She had one failure at 4:60 meters. No problem there, though. That was very, very easy. I think just a little bit of ring rust at the 4:60. She'd been sitting out for the best part of an hour and 3/4. But straight over. Massive clearance that. 4:60, probably worth 4:80.
Hasn't even taken her tights off yet, has she?
And now we've got Ekaterini Stefanidi. Well, she skipped 4:65. First attempt at 4:70. Another marvellous clearance there. No tights this time. She's stripped for business. And that was a very, very convincing vault indeed.
It's the current world leader as well. And unbeaten so far this season, the Greek.
Yes, she's been competing regularly as well. Competed at the Greek Championships last weekend. So she's been flying around Europe.
Coached by her husband, we saw in shot there.
So the bar's going up to 4:82. Only one failure at the moment, so she can have a full complement of attempts at this height. So, second attempt at 4:82 for Stefanidi. No. That really was a little bit of a half-hearted attempt. I think she's secured the points.
Does have one more solid gap there after just over one lap.
Well, third and final attempt at 4:82 meters for Ekaterini Stefanidi. First attempts at 4:82, really not that committed and impressive. She's got the competition won. It's really just a demonstration vault now. You can see there on the left-hand side of your screen the accumulated failures. Slightly better vault, but she still brings the bar down. That brings the competition to an end. Ekaterini Stefanidi winning with that 4:70 vault. 3 failures at 4:82 meters. But 12 points go to Greece. So she came here and did what was required. Irina Zhuk, personal best, 2 personal bests indeed. at 4:40, 4:55 and 4:60, followed by Guilon